So special right triangles, we have 30, 60, 90, and 45, 45, 90. Some people get confused with these. Some people think they're really easy. Just try to remember just a pattern and follow the pattern as best you can. So we're going to talk about two right triangles that are special because you don't need to use the Pythagorean theorem to solve. You could, but there's just this really nice pattern that always happens with these. Our first one is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Okay? So the 45, 45, 90, we have two legs that are equal and our hypotenuse. Okay? The rule for these is x, our legs are the same because those are both 45s. Hypotenuse will be x times the square root of 2. So this is another example of that. Instead of x's, they use 1. So you have 1 times square root of 2, or just square root of 2 because anything times 1 is itself. So leg to leg, you have a 1-to-1 ratio. Leg to hypotenuse, you have a 1 to square root of 2 ratio. So sometimes you'll see it written as 1 to 1 to the square root of 2. If a leg has a length of s, any value, 10, 20, 30, 18, the other leg has also a length of s of the same. The hypotenuse is square root of 2 times whatever that length is. If you're given the hypotenuse, each leg is hypotenuse, so 12, divided by square root of 2. So in a problem like this, we have 12, 12. Just ignore this. I think it makes it harder. Take this 12, bring it over to your hypotenuse, and add on that square root of 2. In this situation, we have our hypotenuse. I want to swing this value to my sides. But here I put on the square root of 2. Here I'm going to have to divide the square root of 2. That will cancel, and I'll be left with 6. Okay? Now we have our 30, 60, 90. The hypotenuse is the side opposite the 90-degree angle. The short leg is opposite the 30 angle, and the long leg is opposite the 60. So what does this look like? 90, small angle, and our 60. This should be my hypotenuse. This should be my short leg, and this is the long leg. So if it helps you, sometimes I don't even do long leg. I call this like middle. So that's just, you have a short, a middle, and a long side. The 30, 60, 90 has a rule as well. So you have your short leg, whatever's across from the 30. When I move it over here, I'm going to do 2 times that number. So short leg, we could say it's 4. I would move that number, 4, and multiply by 2. My hypotenuse is now 8. To go the other way, I'm going to do what I did before. I'm going to take that same value, and I'm just going to add on square root 3. Okay? So your ratio here, short leg to long leg, is 1. Yeah, sorry. So 1 square root of 3. Short leg to hypotenuse is 1, 2. So my ratio here is 1 to square root of 3 to 2. If you know the short leg is S1, the long leg will be S square root of 3. The hypotenuse will be 2 times S. If I know the long leg, the short leg will be long leg divided by square root of 3. And if I know the length of the hypotenuse, I'm going to do To find the short leg, hypotenuse divided by 2. The short leg is really the key. I'll show you that in the problems. Always go back to the short leg. Alright, so in this first problem, I am given my short side. So given my short side. If I need to go over to my hypotenuse, I take this number, the 27, and multiply it by 2. Okay, again, ignore their rules. I think it makes it more confusing. So 27 times 2, 54, I believe. The other thing I could do, they don't ask for it, but I could take it to my long leg. I take that 27, simply add on a square root of 3. Here they've already given me a hypotenuse. You can see 10 times 2 is 20. Add on that square root of 3. And it really is just a pattern. Multiply by 2 to go to the hypotenuse. Add on square root of 3 for the long leg. We'll talk about this more. I hope this helps you.